Okay, so most of you have got the answer. Some says 14.14 Tejas and 200 centimeter. Raghavi, could you check the unit? Okay, let us just go through this question. So Mohammed has got 14.14 meter. That's right. So here the question says that a farmer moves along the boundary of a square field. So what we have, a square field, and farmer is moving along the boundary. Okay, this square field has side of 10 meters, right? It's mentioned it has side of 10 meters, and the farmer is able to move in 40 seconds, right? Just go through this statement. Farmer moves along the boundary of a square field in 40 seconds. Now, what will be the magnitude of the displacement? So we have to find out displacement of the farmer at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. So what is happening here? Farmer is moving from, let us say, at this point, farmer is starting and farmer is moving and completing a full square in how much time? 40 seconds, right?
40 seconds.
Right, exactly. Now, in 2 minutes 20 seconds, let's try to convert it into seconds so that we can see that in this time where the farmer will be. So if you convert in seconds, how much you will get this time? 140 seconds, right? 2 minutes 20 seconds, that will be 2 minutes plus 20 seconds, right? This is clear. 140 seconds. Okay, now in 140 seconds you can see, if I break in terms of 40 seconds, why I am breaking in terms of 40 seconds? Because in 40 seconds, whatever position the farmer is starting, farmer will be back at that same position. So I can write 140 as 40 times 3 plus 20. Now, if this is quite difficult or quite complex to understand, you can just count like 40 seconds. This farmer completes one loop. Another 40 second farmer completes one loop. So time dispensed till now is 80. So again in 40 seconds, farmer complete one more loop. So you can see farmer completes three loops and time required is 120 seconds. So what is the time left now?
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Okay, because total time was 140 seconds. So very simple. In 40 seconds, farmer was able to complete or follow this full path. So in 20 seconds, if farmer is starting at this point, farmer will be at this point. That means diagonally opposite, right? So our question reduces to just finding the length of this diagonal. So we already know the sides of square as 10 and 10 meters. So what will be the length of diagonal? Very simple. Use Pythagoras rule.
20.
Root under 10 square plus 10 square. Right? This is the way how we find out hypotenuse. So you will get 10 root 2. So root 2 approximate value you have to remember. You have to remember approximate value of root 2, root 3 and root 5, 2.23. So these approximate value you have to always remember, it will be very helpful. Yeah, so if I put this value of root 2 as 1.4, we will get approximately 14.14 meters. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good, good, good. So Raghavi said 200 centimeter. So first, Raghavi, you have to look into your units because everything here is mentioned in meters, right? So moving ahead. Okay, let's try to go through this question, students. I'll make it a little big. Okay, yes, we can go through it. Okay, so average speed you have to find, guys. I'm getting responses in seconds. Second is the SI unit of time. So if we are finding out average speed, it should be in meter per second. I'm getting quite different results from everyone. Just go through, guys. The information here is that in one way it is 50 kilometer per hour, through another or through return journey it is 40 kilometer per hour. You have to find average speed. Okay, let's go through this question since I have got answers from most of you all. All right. So let us say car is starting at this point. Okay, so this is the starting point. All right, guys. I can see you all have got the answers. So car is starting at this point one, and let's say it's reaching this point two. Okay, definitely it will start. It will reach at some point. So it's written car travels a certain distance with a speed of 50. So certain distance. Let us say from 1 to 2 it goes with a speed. Let's take speed as v1, 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, and it returns with a speed of 40 kilometers per hour. So you have to find out the average speed. So we should just use the formula or the expression of average speed. So what is average speed? Quickly, can anyone tell me the formula?
Total distance by time taken.
Distance by time taken.
Good, good, good. Total distance by total time taken.
Total distance by total.
Yeah. So if we take the distance as x, let us say from 1 to 2, then what will be the total distance? Can anyone tell me, x or 2x?
2x.
2x, good, good. 2x will be the total
2x.
distance. Yes, because the car is also returning. And how will we find total time? We will first find out the time taken to go from 1 to 2. Let us say that is t1, and time taken to go from 2 to 1, right? That means time taken to return. So total time, very simple, it will be t1 plus t2. Okay, so we'll put the value of t1 and t2, 2x over. Now you can see, if we talk about any journey, we have the information of distance, speed, and time. So let us write time in terms of distance and speed. So it will be x by v1, that is 50, and then x by v2, that is 40. Right? So this is what you all must have got. So that will be, let's try to solve this one. So 2x, here I'll take x as the common, 1 by 50 plus 1 by 40. So x will get cut off. So 2 times 50 times 40 by 50 plus 40. So you will get 2 times 50, that is 100 into 40 by 90. So you'll get this cut. So it will be 400 by 9. 400 by 9. Any one of you getting 400 by 9? If you make it into decimal, you will get 44.4. 44.44, and unit will be meter per second. Exactly. Yes, Varun, I can see. Shivansh. All right, good. So I hope this question is understandable to all of you. Any one of you who didn't understand this, let me know that. Okay, why
But
meter per?
after the
It should be
cutoff,
exactly. It should be kilometer per hour. Good, good. Kilometer per hour, because here you have the units in kilometer per hour. Yes, Rohan. Exactly. Will be. So any question, any doubt, students? Okay,
sir, may
Apurva.
I?
Yeah, Apurva. So you want me to repeat the complete solution again, or any specific part you have doubt?
Sir, I have a specific part.
Yeah, you can ask me what doubt you have.
Sir, after the cutoff, how did the 2 into 50 into 40 come?
Okay. So what I did, I just jumped here. I just jumped a step. So it was, let us look here, 2x by x by 50 plus x by 40, right? So what I did, first I took x as the common here, and I got 1 by 50 plus 1 by 40. And then I just tried to add this. So if you add this, what we do? We make the denominators same, right? So I
Yes, sir.
multiplied it as 40 and I multiplied it with 50. So I had to multiply here also 50, here also 40. So I can see the same denominator. So that will be 2x by x, 40 plus 50 by 40 into 50. Is this understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is at the denominator. So now it will jump to the numerator. Is this understood? Or I'll tell you the explanation for this also.
Sir, understood.
Understood. Good. That's all. So Pratika, you want me to explain right from start, or any specific part you have doubt? Let me know that. What doubt you have from the start? Acha, last part. All right. Good. So we will look at it once again. So I'll take this. So calculation, I'll leave up to you guys. I'll just explain the question once again. I hope that works. Okay. Yes. So what is written here? A car travels a certain distance with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Means let us say car starts from point 1 and goes to point 2 with a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. This is the thing which is given, and returns with a speed of 40. So while coming back, it is returning with a speed of 40. Okay. Now you have to calculate the average speed. So what formula we have to find out average speed? Total distance by total time. Remember, total distance by total time. So what we did, we just took the distance as x, the one-way distance as x. So total distance will be 2x, and total time, we have this as the distance, this as the speed. T1, the time taken to go from point 1 to point 2, that will be distance by speed. Similarly here, time taken to go from 2 to 1, that will be distance by speed. So I just added these two times here, x by 50 plus x by 40. Now understood, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
so why will it be x by 40 and x by 50?
This is the total time, right? Total time will be the time taken to go from 1 to 2 and time taken to go from 2 to 1, right? So what I have considered, this time taken to go from 1 to 2, that I have taken as T1, and time taken to go from 2 to 1, that is T2. So what is T1? We know time is distance by speed. So distance is x, speed is 50. Here also x by 40 is the speed. Is this understood now? So total
Yes, sir.
time, you will just add them together.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I assume everyone has understood it thoroughly, and moving ahead to the next part. So let's try to do some questions from equations of motion, and then we will keep solving questions from everywhere, because as far as I came to know, you all have gone through the derivations of equation of motion, right? So derivations done from the graphs. Any doubt or any question in that? Okay, so we have the question here, and you all can first try it. So quickly we will try to do the very simple question. Okay, yes, most of you are getting B as the answer. Some of you are also getting 20. That means A. I just see the maximum response and we'll work for this. Okay, let us see what all thing we have here. A body moving with an initial velocity of 5. That means it's very clear that u is 5 meter per second and accelerates at 2 meter per second square. That means this is acceleration. Its velocity after 10 seconds. So time given is 10 seconds and you have to find v after 10 seconds. So what we will do, we'll just use first equation of motion, or you can say the definition of acceleration. What is the definition of acceleration? V minus u by t. So let us use this because we have all information except this time t. Yes, exactly, Varun. V equals u plus at. that we get by just rearranging this definition of acceleration. Okay, so let's put the values. Let us see what we get. V is the thing which is needed to be found. U is 5, T is 10. So solving this, we get 20 equals V minus 5 and V equals 25. And what will be the unit? Everything is in SI unit, so it will be meter per second. So yes, we get V. Is it understood to everyone? Those of you who got 20 or 22.5?
Yes, sir.
So let us do one question from the graph. Okay, so all of you go through this question. Okay, Rohan, 0 to 20 meter per second. Zero, 20 and 300. Okay. Yes, so if we look at the first part, since this is velocity time graph, its slope will give us acceleration. Okay, and area will give us displacement, or you can say distance, depending on what area we are taking. So I hope this would definitely be clear to you all, that from different graphs, what all things we use, slope or area. Okay, so if we talk about acceleration, that is 0 meter per second square. Okay, velocity after 15 seconds. So after 15 seconds, velocity as it is indicated here, it is constant. So we can say 20 only, that's correct. And the distance covered in 15 seconds. What we have to do, we will take the area. So 15 times 20, 300 meters. Right, so these all answers we'll get. So quickly, along with this question, let's try to quickly recapitulate the slopes and areas for the three graphs that we have. So everyone pay attention. So we have three kinds of graph. One is displacement time graph. Another is velocity time graph. And third one is acceleration time graph. Okay. So if I talk about displacement time graph, can anyone tell me what its slope and area will give us?
Velocity.
Good. Slope will give velocity. What its area will give? Area won't give anything. Why it will not give anything? Just try to find the area. Let us say I will find the area of this triangle. So it will be half into base into height, right? So base will be in seconds because base is a long time. and height will be in meters because it is along displacement. So you get meter into second. Is there any quantity which we have learned that has the unit meter into second? Definitely not, right? Either you have learned meter per second or meter per second square. So no unit has, no quantity has this unit, so its area will not be used. Talking about velocity time, its slope will give us
Acceleration.
acceleration, right? And area will give us
Distance or displacement.
distance or displacement. Okay, all right. Acceleration, in the same manner, slope won't be used. How do you find slope, guys? What formula you have to find slope? Yes, basically change in y by change in x. Okay, so if you just observe here change in y, that means you are writing quantity along y, that is acceleration meter per second square, and change in x is along time, so it is second, so you will get meter per second cube. So no quantity has this unit again, so that's why its slope will not be used. Only area will be used, and area will give us the change in velocity. Okay, so one question we will do that came in my mind, where we will be able to distinguish distance and displacement in velocity time graph. So listen to the question carefully. Let's say we have this graph. So this is 10 meter per second, and let's say this is minus 10 meter per second, and time taken, this is 5 seconds, this is 10 seconds, and this is 0. So quickly try to find out distance and displacement in 10 seconds. Distance as well as displacement in 10 seconds. Okay, most of you, I am getting displacement as 0. And Varsha, check with the calculation once again for distance. Right, 50 meters. Yes, Shivansh, any question? Velocity 10 meter per second. Yes, initially it has 10 meter per second, finally it has minus 10 meter per second. Okay, displacement is 10 meter per second. Displacement, how we will get in meter per second? It should be in meters, right? Let us see. So definitely to find distance and displacement, we will use areas. Okay, that is clear to us. So the area of this graph or this section here will be half times base, that is 5, height, that is 10. So you will get 25 meters. In the same manner, you will get the area here for this section as 25 meters. So to find distance, what we do, we just keep adding the total path length. We calculate the net path length. So it will be 25 plus 25, that is 50 meters. And yes, displacement will be 0 because this from 5 seconds to 10 seconds, as you can see, the velocity is negative. What is this indicating? That object is just following the return journey, right? So if it is following return journey, and if it is initially starting with 10 meter per second, and finally if it is having minus 10 meter per second, that means it has reached the same position again. So in short, just looking at the areas, we just add these areas to get distance and subtract the areas to get displacement. Now you have to only subtract the area, that area which is lying in the negative side, right? In maths, you have gone through coordinate geometry, you would have seen this is the negative side of y. So whatever area will be in this direction, we will subtract that. I'll just modify this question a bit. So same question, no need to calculate again. I'll just give you the same values so that areas will be same. This is 10, 5 seconds, and this is 10 seconds. Okay, so this is again velocity and this is time. So guys, quickly, can you tell me here distance and displacement? So will the distance and displacement in this will be same? Yes, it will be same, because the object is always having positive velocity, right? Object is having positive velocity. I'll mark this. So here this area will be 25 meters. This will be 25 meters, right? You have to just follow half times base into height. So base is 5, height is 10. So you will get 25. So since distance and displacement is same, because velocity is positive all the time, positive velocity means object is moving to a particular direction, especially let's say to the right. So if at all points it's having positive velocity only, that means it's moving to the right always. Okay, so yes, we will just add them to find total distance, that will be 50 meters, and the same will be displacement. Are these two problems clear to you all, guys? Or anyone has any doubt, you can ask me.
No, sir, no doubt. Clear.
Okay, good. So can anyone tell me the difference between positive velocity and negative velocity? As simple, positive velocity means object is moving to the right. Negative velocity, generally we take the object moving to
Opposite
the
direction.
left. Yes, yes, yes. It's just a relative thing. If this is representing object moving to the right, then this should represent object moving to the left. Okay, so some questions we will do based on the equation of motion, which you have already covered up. Okay, so here we go with the question. Okay, Shivansh. After this problem, we will go through a question where we will try to find out instantaneous speed or velocity. Let's do this one quickly. "12 meters." I have got one response, 12 meters. Okay. All of you try it quick. Okay. So what do you mean U can be replaced by V? Why we will replace V and U? U is representing initial velocity, V is representing final velocity. So like, could you explain me in more detail how you want to replace? Okay, so most of you has got this answer as well. Let's quickly look upon information that we have here. Brakes are applied to a car, produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the direction opposite to motion. So clearly it is indicated that this is the retardation. So acceleration will be negative. Okay. So if the car takes 2 seconds to stop means we are talking about the final case where the final velocity will be 0. And how much time it takes to stop? That is 2 seconds. You have to calculate the distance that it travels during this time. Okay. So what equation you have used here? Definitely none of the equation has all these 4 variables connected. So yes, but we can do one thing. We can use V equals U plus AT to figure out U first, because we have all other information given. So putting the values here, V is 0, U is what we need to find out, A is -6, T is 2. So U will be -12 meter per second plus 12, because this will go to the left. Okay, so you have found out U now. So you can find out S by using either second or third equation of motion. So I'll randomly select any equation. Let's say second equation I'll select. So S will be ut plus half at square. So ut, that means 12 into t, what it is, 2, plus half, what is acceleration, -6, what is t square, it is 2 square. So let's just compute for 24 and then -3 times 4. So you get, yes, 12 meters. So here you can see, I think one of your doubt was that you were getting V here and you were asking to replace it with U so that you could use any equation of motion, right? But we cannot do that. You can see what I have done. See, in the information, it is clearly mentioned that this is the final velocity, right? At the final point, it will stop and its velocity will be 0, right? It's clearly indicated. So we cannot make it as initial velocity. So what you can do instead, you can find out initial velocity by using the equation. Okay, so I hope everything is understood for this problem to everyone. Yeah. Okay. I assume no doubt in this. So yes, now one of you asked me to go through a problem related to finding of instantaneous and averages, right? Instantaneous and average speed. So I'll just give you an idea because the problems related to it are quite advanced, right? So we'll be doing mainly these kinds of questions that involve little bit of calculus in foundation class. So I'll just give you a simple idea. Let us say this is displacement, this is time. If I give you a graph and from the graph, you can clearly see here the velocity will be constant. So in this case, instantaneous and average will be same. That's correct. But if suppose let's say we have a non-uniform motion, so in that case, instantaneous you will have to find out by taking the tangent at any point. So definitely it's not a good time to go through these tangents, differentiations and all, but surely we'll focus in foundation class. So let's go through another question. So let's try to do this one quickly. You all can do this. Just very simple question. Whoever does first, let me know the answer. Okay. Take care of the units as well, guys. So Shivansh, you got 6 centimeter. Let's check 6 centimeter per second. Right, because we are asked to find out velocity. Of course, it will be in centimeters per second. Okay, so going through the information here, a trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 centimeters per second square. A is 2 centimeters per second square. What will be its velocity 3 seconds after the start? So initial velocity, what you all have taken? Will it be 0? Yes, because it's saying after the start. That means initially it has started. So yes, we'll use V equals U plus AT. Okay, yeah, so very simple. We'll just put the values of U as 0, A is 2, T is 3. So yes, it will be 6 centimeters per second. Okay, another question we will do. So everyone will attempt this question. Okay, Rohan, first one. Try doing the second one quickly. Okay, first one, time 5 seconds. Okay, so let's go through what all information we have here. Electron moving with a velocity of this much enters into uniform electric field. Whatever it does, wherever it goes, it's written it acquires a uniform acceleration of this much. So let's mention initial velocity is given as 5 into 10 to power 4, and as it enters into electric field, let us say, just say this is a region, as it enters the region, it acquires a uniform acceleration of 10 to power 4 meter per second square. Okay, you have to calculate the time in which the electron would acquire a velocity double of its initial velocity. That means final velocity, how much it is? 2 times of initial velocity, right? So 2 into 5 into 10 to power 4. So that will be 10 into 10 to power 4. Okay. So how will we find time? We all have these variables here. Let us connect them using very simple V equals U plus AT. So let's put the values 10 into 10 to power 4 equals to U as 5 into 10 to power 4 plus AT. A is 10 to power 4 times T. So you can see 10 to power 4 is in all the sides. So I'll just cut them. So I'll write 10 equals 5 plus T. Right? So this will give us T as 5 seconds. Yes, 5 seconds is the correct one. Number 2, how much distance would the electron cover in this time? So okay, any equation you can use, either the second or the third one. So I'll randomly use third one. Let's say this time 2as equals v square minus u square. Putting the values again, 2 times a, what it is, 10 to power 4 times s is equal to v square. What is v? It's written 2 times of initial velocity. So we will square them. Minus u square, that is 10 to power 4 whole square. So here s will be, you can again see before finding here, before going to next step, if you see each of these term, 10 to power 4 is common in all the terms. So I'll just cancel 1 10 to power 4. So this square means I'll just multiply that 2 times. Here also 2 times. So now you can see 1 10 to power 4 I am cancelling from all the sides. So we will get S as 100 into 10 to power 4 minus 10 to power 4 by 2. So you all guys can see why I am writing, why I am moving ahead in terms of 10 to power 4, because it becomes very easy to subtract here. That's why I'm not combining here and writing it as 10 to power 6 or anywhere. Okay, so this will be 99 into 10 to power 4 by 2. So solving this, You all can multiply this one, and what answer we will get here? 99 by 2, 44.5. How much distance we are getting? Okay, I took 10 to power 4 as common, right? I took 10 to power 4 as common. Then I'll get 100 minus 1 by 2. Okay. So this is 99. So it depends, student. It's not like you have to always follow up this kind of process to get the result. Instead, what I could have done, I could have found out the result here separately and I would have subtracted that. Being very basic, I would have done that. Okay, this is clear. You will get this in meters and this in seconds. 375,000. Let me calculate that.
So we can cut plus 10 by 4 and minus 10 by 4 directly.
Plus, oh, no, you cannot do that. Yes, Akash, this will be, just put the values 5 into 10 to power 4. Calculate the result. Yeah, because initial velocity you have 5 into 10 to power 4. I was just showing for how to rule out the factor of 10 to power 4 from all the sides. So if we calculate the result, let us see how much we are getting. Hundred into 10 to power 4 minus 25 into 10 to power 4. So 100 minus 25 it will be, because 10 to power 4 if we take common it will be 100 minus 25. So 75. And if we divide this, we get, this is 25. So how much we get? Yeah, 37.5 into 10 to power 4. So that will be 375,000. Yes, 3.75 into 10 to power. Will it be 10 to power 4 or 10 to power 5, Akash? Check it. It should be 10 to power 5. Because if we divide 75 by 2, we'll get 37.5. Okay, so instead you can write 375 kilometers. So any doubt to anyone based on calculation or whatever related to this question?
I didn't understood last step.
Last till which point you understood? Till this step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll do one thing. I'll just take this and let us move ahead. Okay. So we were at this part of the calculation. So we have 2 into 10 to power 4 into s is equal to 10 into 10 to power 4. So why I have not cancelled, why I have not combined this? I could have combined and written 10 to power 10, but this would not have made sense because calculation would have been very much tedious if I would have done this, right? So to avoid that, I kept 10 to power 4 as a factor which I can cut from all the sides. Okay, so into 10 to power 4 minus, this was 25 into 10 to power 4 into 10 to power 4, right? So what we did, we cut 10 to power 4 from all the sides. So we got here 2s is equal to, here again I left 10 to power 4 separately so that I can add or subtract them, because both these terms have 10 to power 4. Okay, rest all I multiplied. So 10 times 10 is 100 minus 25 into 10 to power 4. Clear at this point? Now what we do, we take this 10 to power 4 common from both the terms. So we get 100 minus 25, and that is 2s. So now we get 2s as 100 minus 25, that is 75 into 10 to power 4. And we divide by 2. So we get 37.5 into 10 to power 4 meters. I hope this is understood now to all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's go through the final question. Any doubts anyone can ask me, even related to the current question which we are doing? Means you have to just tell me like how the plot of the graph will be. Will it be a straight line or will it be a curve? Will it be, I'll give you responses, I'll give you options, but first just attempt it. You all can tell me later on A or B. I'll just draw the responses here. Both will take same distance. So of course you all can calculate here from the data as well. So which graph corresponding to the given information will be correct? A, B or C? Yes, Shivansh, 36 kilometer per hour is 10, 18 it is 5. To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, just multiply the answer, the value with 5 by 18. Okay, yes, it is the third one. You can draw the graph separately as well. If asked these kinds of questions, you can draw them separately or on one graph. Okay, so which two motorcycles traveled farther, A or B?
B.
B.
Okay, and how did we find that? You can just find out the areas. Yes. So, okay, this third one is the correct. So, what I will do, I'll just remove A and B and let's work on the third one. Okay. So, A who is traveling at 36 kilometers per hour. So, that means initially its velocity is 10 meter per second because 36 kilometer per hour, what we'll do to convert into meter per second, multiply this by 5 by 18. So you can see it is 10 meter per second. Okay. And it applies the brake and stops in 10 seconds. So you can see its speed is becoming 0 at this point and the time taken will be 10 seconds, right? Talking about B, who is traveling at 18 kilometers per hour. So first convert it into meter per second. So 18 into 5 by 18. So you will get 5 meter per second. Okay. So B starts with velocity 5 meter per second and it stops. Stops means definitely this time should be 20 seconds. Okay. So we have speed time graph. What we will do, we'll just calculate areas. Okay, you could have used equation of motion also from the informations here. What I will do instead, I'll just use the area. So for A, let's figure out the area. So area for A, that will be half times base, that is 10 times height. So it will be 50. Area for B. So half times base 20 times height. So it will be 50. So both of them we are getting 50 meters. So which of the two motorcycles traveled farther before it came to a stop? Check with your calculations once again, guys. Distance traveled by A as well as distance traveled by B, we are getting same. Right? So both will travel same distance before coming to a halt or stop. Right? Is this clear how we made use of graph? Okay, all right. Okay. So let's talk about an equation So definitely we have gone through the three equations of motion: u plus at, s equals ut plus half at square, and then 2as is equal to v square minus u square. So students, tell me, so I'll write the equation here. One another equation I'll write that is also relating all the parameters, all the variables of motion. You have to tell me whether this equation is correct or not. So S is equal to u plus v by 2 into t. Is this equation correct or not? You have to tell me. No. Because this equation also you can see it is relating displacement, the two velocities and the time. This is also right equation. So how did I obtain this equation? What I did, I took the third equation and I tried to write out alternatively. So v square minus u square, I can see this is of the form a square minus b square. So I wrote a minus b into a plus b. And then I put the value of acceleration. That was v minus u by t into s, and that was also v minus u into v plus u. So you can see v minus u terms are in both sides, so they are cancelled. We get now 2 times s by t is equal to u plus v. So from here we can see s will be u plus v by 2 into t. Is this understood how we derive this? It's not important to remember this derivation, just I showed you. But yes, if I give you a relation, if I give you an equation and tell you whether that is correct or not, you should be able to, get an equation from the another one. Yes, these three equations are the standard equations of motion. All the questions can be done based on this. But yes, this is also an alternative one. We can remember this as well. Right? It's upon you. Even if we do not remember this, we will be still able to do the questions because we know all these equations and we have derived this equation from these equations only. Okay, so let's do a simple question based on the direct usage of this equation. Let's say a car or an object starts with velocity, let's say 10 meter per second, or if it is starting, why will it start with 10 meter per second? It starts, let us say it just starts and attains a velocity of 10 meter per second, accelerating at 2 meter per second square.
Last year वरे एग्रीकल्चर तरी उसमें सर
What did you say? Can you repeat once again?
सर एक्चुअली ऑफलाइन टीचर को அதனால இவருக்கு ஆன்லைன்ல அவ்வளோ மவுஸ் பிடிச்சு எழுதணும்ல அப்ப மேபி கஷ்டமா இருக்காரு நல்லா தானே எழுதுறாருப்பா விஷ்ணு சரோட சூப்பரா தான் எழுதுறாரு
இல்ல
நிறைய விஷ்ணு சருக்கு ஓவரால் லுக் மேபி கொஞ்சம் நல்லா இருக்குல்ல ஆனா லைக் ரீடபிலிட்டி கேரக்டர்ஸ் எதுவுமே சரியா தெரியாது எஸ் சாரி NH போல தெரியும்
Are you there? Okay, yes. So object starts and attains a velocity of 10 meter per second, accelerating at 2 meter per second square, and let's say in some time t. So you have to find the distance traveled let us say I give you this time 5 seconds, let's say I give you. So how will you find the distance traveled? Quickly calculate it. $25 meters, yes. So here you can see what all things we have. Let us see. Object starts, that means its initial velocity is mentioned as 0, attains a velocity of 10, so v is given as 10. Accelerating at 2, I have given you almost all the information, so you were free to use either equation in some time t. So t will be 5 seconds as mentioned here. You have to find distance. So even though if I would not have given you acceleration, this acceleration, if I would not have given you, you would have easily found out using either equation again. So what I will do, I can use a new equation, u plus v by 2 into t. So putting the values, just u plus 10 by 2 into t. So we get 25 meters. Right? So I hope all the things are clear to you, students. So just attempt the leftover questions in your modules. All right. All right, then see you in the next class. Bye, everyone.
Sir, will you send the class recording?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.
All right. Bye.
Sir, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye.